I'm an addict for sneakers.
What's good, your boy DJ Delz, back with a brand new podcast here at the Sneaker Addict Show. Before I start this podcast, I definitely gotta say rest in peace to Sean Price, aka Ruck. Definitely a terrible loss in the hip-hop community, and you will be missed, man. Sean Price loved the Sneaker Addict Show, and he loved sneakers. Big fan of dunks. He used to love talking to me about dunks. Just unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. And my prayers go out to his family and, friends. I'm thinking about the people I know that are cool with him. You know who you guys are. Especially Rock. Just a crazy loss. Definitely will be missed. Now, with that said, let's check out this Q&A. We're going to get right into some Q&A on my Instagram, where I asked you guys, what do you guys want me to speak about for today? First, we got from Fig8080 writes, how do I feel about the new Victor Cruz shoe that's coming out? I think it's okay. I don't think it's anything super amazing, but I think it's okay. I think that it threw me off that first colorway that leaked as far as the images. That black cement colorway was not a good look. Then there was images of a red colorway, which was nice, and then there's a Giants colorway that I like. I just think that black cement colorway that first leaked just was terrible to me, so it kind of threw me off. Sometimes when images of a shoe leak, kind of ruins that first look of a shoe sometimes, because if it's a bad colorway, right off the bat you already are thinking, I don't know about this. You get that bad first impression, and that's never good. And then he asked about the Supreme Jordan 5s. I already spoke about that last week. Please, if you didn't listen to last week's podcast, it was really a good one. Look in the description box below. Check that out. It got a great response. You're going to enjoy listening to that one, definitely. Moving on, we got a question from E-Rock. He writes, you can start on how Jordan's given us these shoes with mold all over them. Yeah, I don't understand, man. Well, I do understand the reason why. The reason why is they got their shoes sitting in damp places for way too long. That's got to be the reason why. That's how mold happens. It's kind of nasty to see images surfacing of first the 1s and now the 6 lows with all this mold on them. It just makes me not want to buy Jordans because, that's disgusting. It's as simple as that. Next we got from Strong-Willed Warrior, writes Geno Smith. Yeah, he got cracked in the jaw. From what I hear, he was beefing with this dude kind of in his face, and dude had to, punch him. I don't condone violence, especially when you're successful, you have money, and you're older. Sometimes it's better to just walk away. If you got all that money, you living good. What do you got to prove if you're living that good life? Especially if you're a professional player out there. But the rumors are that Geno was, kind of in this dude's face. That's why he ended up getting signed to Buffalo after. So, don't get in people's faces, because you never know what could happen, It's a lesson. And it's a shame, But from my understanding, that's what's going around. That people are saying Geno went up in this dude's face, real aggressive. And a lot of people are going to punch you if you get in someone's face. Because I know if you get in my face, I'm looking at it like you ready to fight. And I'm not going to get punched first. So, you're going to get snuffed. It's as simple as that. You got to protect yourself, right? That's my whole thoughts on that. Wiser Than Most writes, Jordan brand, Nike brand craftsmanship this year with the... I talked so much about craftsmanship in the last podcast. Please listen to the last podcast. You're going to enjoy that. Next, we got someone, ABC, in a bunch of numbers, writes, talk about how you look like Buddha, fat, Asian, and bald. Got him. Not really, because, that's just a stupid comment. I hope you're not any older than 11 years old, because it's not funny. I don't think it's funny. I don't think I'm that fat. And I am Asian, I'm half Filipino, and I'm proud of that. And yes, I'm bold, just like Michael Jordan, the guy who, you keep buying as far as his damn shoes. I love being bald. I shave my head every other day because I don't like to have hair. It's annoying. I like to just shower, throw on some clothes, and keep it moving. I enjoy being bald. Next, we got from Jinx, who wants me to speak about Donald Trump, my opinion on him. I think that, what he said about Mexican people was terrible. Honestly, my opinion. I think that's awful what he said about that. And it's not true, and it's just completely ignorant. And I really don't appreciate that. I'm not even Mexican, and I don't appreciate that just because I have Mexican friends. And, if you're going to talk bad about people that I love, that insults me, That's how I roll, And if he wants to be the president of the United States, you can't be like that, I understand, he's trying to shape up America, but you can't be ignorant like that. This is America. You have so many different races, different cultures. That's what the beauty of the United States is. And saying stuff like that is crazy. If you need to know what he said, just do your research. But I'm not going to repeat it. Next question we got from Nolan. He writes, talk about how to cop older shoes like Galaxy foam posits and older pairs like that. You just got to, look around, basically. Sneaker events, shit like that, basically. Flight Club 45 wants me to speak about the What the Kyrie ones. I've seen little teaser images, but, I haven't seen much. I just can't see it being that hot because all of his colorways have been mostly like solid colorways, except the All-Star had that cool-ass tongue to it. I just can't see it being that hot as far as a what the concept. Next we got from the Ghost 7. He writes, talk about old school sneakerheads, how it was before the hype. Did the resale value hit over 1K for a new GR? It's just a business now. There's people making money now off this shit. Like, if you look even like 2005, people weren't making much money off shoes. Now it's a whole business. It's really what it comes down to, These sneaker events, these sneaker shows that go city to city, they're making fortunes off of resellers. When you go to SneakerCon, SneakerCon's dope because you get to meet people. But if you think about it, it's just promoting reselling. You go to table after table, and most of the tables are just reselling shoes. It's just the way of the world now with these shoes. It's never going to change. There's too much money being made. The only time it's going to change is if people just lose the desire for shoes. But everyone loves shoes. It's never going to end where people don't love shoes. It may fade as far as some things. Like, I feel like Jordan Brand is coming to a point in its time where it's going to fade a little bit. I think that there's too much negative shit that's beginning to surface about Jordans. Like the mold, for instance. Like, I know at least 10 people that are like, hell no, I'm never buying a pair of Jordans after seeing that. Mold is nasty, like, for real. That shit is nasty, man. Moving on, next question we got from Junior Fresh Prince. He writes, what shoes do you think are best for back to school? Whatever ones you could afford. Don't try to, get the most expensive shoe if you can't afford it or your family can't afford it, especially. I assume a lot of you younger guys and females out there that are in school, your parents again, your shoes, they don't have to be so expensive, Just get something that's clean, get something that's going to last you all year. If you can't get another pair right away, make sure that's something that's going to last, If you only get one pair a year, don't get an all-white pair of shoes. Get like a blue pair of shoes or a red pair of shoes. Something more of a solid color, especially on the mid and outsole. If you're young and you're looking for a pair of kicks, try to stay away from white sneakers if you're only going to get one pair for the whole year. It'll be easier for you to maintain. And try not to get a pair of shoes that's going to crease a lot by the toe. Next we got from Sneaker Bang. He writes, sneaker giveaway scams on IG. Yeah, it's been going down, man. I did a whole podcast talking about that. You should check that out. I don't trust any of these giveaways. It's usually a promotional tool to get more followers. And also in some cases they do the raffles where you got to pay for a raffle that's completely fake. You know, I wouldn't do any of them unless it's free. If it's free, fuck it, right? Flay TV, what up, man? I see you. I already talked about them air cruises. Shout out to you. Playboy Lou wants me to speak about the Based freestyle mixtape. I thought it was alright. I wish that it wasn't freestyles. You know, I wish they were actually writing. I think it would have been hotter to hear Chance and Lil B, you know, actually, you know, with some written joints. But it was alright. It was fun to listen to. Shout out to Lil B. Shout out to Chance. Lion Kicks wants me to speak about seeing images from companies where they're promoting a product and, you know, they're using filters to make the shoe not exactly the color that is what you are getting when you purchase the shoe. It happens from time to time. Sometimes it also has to do with the lighting too. He mentions, for instance, the No Chill Saucony pack. I got the yellow pair first, which the color seemed a little darker than in the photos. But I did wear them already. When I was outside and it was bright out, it did look like the color in the photo. So I think it has to do a lot with the lighting in that case. I don't think it really has to do with the filter being juiced up. But, you know, when they shot that, it's clear, you know, they wanted to make it like summertime and ice pops and the ice. And I think that's just what it was. It was the lighting. It was so bright. I don't think it was them actually manipulating the yellow, because the blue looks exactly like the blue that I got, you know. But there are definitely occasions where it seems like the colorways are manipulated in photos from brands, and then you get them in person and it's a bummer. Sometimes when you get them in person, the shoe looks better. For instance, with the 11 Lab 4s, the red colorway, I seen the images and I was like, I don't need these. I seen them in person. I was like, oh my god, these are so crazy. I want them. I was so into that red. That red was so popping, really bright red. And it's definitely one of my favorite releases of the year. My favorite releases. I'm not saying it's the best release of the year as far as it being popular and out there, but, you know, I'm going with what I like. And I really dig that red colorway. And I actually like the black colorway now just because I'm a big Star Wars fan, and my friends are like, yo, don't those things remind you of Darth Vader? And I'm like, they do now. I'm like, damn, now I kind of want those because I'm a big Star Wars geek. I love Star Wars. If anyone has a size 9, I'll probably work something out with you, especially if you want to do trades. Next we got from Abina16, next athlete to get a Jordan shoe, maybe LaMarcus Aldridge, I would say. Next question, J Wells 77, what's your thought on Harden going to Adidas? I think it's great. I think he's going to do great over there. I really would rather him with Adidas versus Nike. I think Adidas is really just killing it right now. They got a lot of hot everything. They're killing it right now. From basketball shoes to runners, they're on fire. Did a great job with Damian Lillard, with John Wall. You know, even the new Crazy Light Prime Knit Boost, they're fire. I mean, I don't know how you cannot even get a pair of those. Those are sick right there in that Volt color or that red color. By the way, definitely in the review I said to go true to size. Definitely go down half a size on those. They do run big. But yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to go down over there. Next we got from Swaggy 3C. He writes my thoughts on Nike ID putting out Jordan Retros. If like I would like that or not. Of course I would love that. I think it would be incredible, but I doubt they will ever do that. Hopefully one day, knock on wood. Next we got from Ben, writes my thoughts on the Nike app really not being used at all lately. Yeah, Nike seems to like, it seems like Nike gave up on the app, and I think they realized that, you know, people aren't really hyped about the app now that everyone has it, versus before it was just some people that had it. And, you know, Nike and Jordan work around hype, and they kind of messed up, I think, by putting it out there to the general public as far as with the app and the hype. It just went to shit once everyone had it. Next we got from Red Raider Lex. He writes, have you ever thought about opening or running a sneaker shop? No, I haven't. Maybe in the future, who knows. Next we got Cop It Till You Flop. Writes, do you ever think it was a good move for Nike letting James Harden go to Adidas? I think that Nike really couldn't really utilize James Harden because they have too much going on already. If you look at even like LeBron's and KD's, they're not really selling that well. They're all on the sale racks for the low. I seen KD's at House of Hoops yesterday for $89. Mad different colorways. That's a great price too, by the way, for people that are going back to school, you know. And the KD7 is a dope pair of sneakers. I think it's a dope pair of sneakers. Next we got, let's see, where are we? Damn, I lost my place. If I missed your question, I apologize. I missed my place from time to time, and there's a lot of questions here I'm going through. Also, please, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button right now if you enjoyed the show. I need your support. It really helps a lot, and it lets me know that you enjoy what I do, and I appreciate you. Next we got from Danny. He writes, do I ever think about doing like toy reviews or even just quick pickup videos with any toys I buy? I don't really buy too many toys. I do get like collectible stuff sometimes. I've been getting a lot of like Star Wars collectible stuff, like little props from like the movie and stuff like that. But as far as toys, I don't really buy too many toys. I buy mostly, you know, toys from my kids, my daughters. They actually have a YouTube channel where we do a lot of unboxing stuff like that. It's called the Delz Sisters. If you want to see me interacting with my kids, we do a lot of those surprise bags and stuff like that. It's the Delz. It's Delz, D-E-L-Z with a Y. The Delz Sisters. That's their channel, but it's with me, you know, and we do like little unboxings. But it's like those little like bags. I think a lot of you will know what I'm talking about. It's like these surprise bags where you open it up and, you know, there's all kinds of like rare and super rare things inside. They have fun with it, and they see me on YouTube, so they wanted to have their own YouTube channel. So I'm letting them do videos here and there with my supervision and whatnot. But yeah, I have my other channel, The Delz Show, which I created about 2 years ago. It's not the old channel, DJ Delz TV. Some may be confused. It's not that old channel. It's a new channel, The Delz Show, where I do other type of videos. Definitely check that out. And that includes reviews. Like if I do get like little toy things, like I got this robotic R2-D2 unit, like I got a video coming on that. Subscribe to the Delz Show. That will be in the description box below, or go to the main page and you'll see, you know, on the side, or on the right hand side, matter of fact, you'll see like, you know, where you can subscribe to the Delz Show, and even my daughter's channel, the Delz Sisters channel. Definitely support everything I'm doing. It's important, man. It's important when you guys do all that, for real, and I appreciate it. Everyone that always supports everything I'm doing. I've got a crazy show that's coming out on here. You know, it's going to be on this channel. It's a series. It's called Kicking It, and it's so great. I just finished editing episode 1, and it's featuring Fomer Simpson, porn star Liz Taylor, and rapper Currency, and we talk sneakers, and it's so good. I think it's so good, and everyone I played it to is like, man, this is like so awesome. It's a lot of fun to watch, real interactive. I'm like really excited for you guys to watch this. This will come out next Thursday, maybe even sooner if I can't like hold back and like let this thing go. But I want to, you know, let these other episodes that I'm pumping out breathe a little and get some, you know, some people to watch it, because I know sometimes I'll hit you with so much content, a lot of stuff gets lost in the sauce. Especially the podcast, because these podcasts are a lot of work, man, to put together, and a lot of energy too. Like, even though, you know, I'm just talking on the mic, it's not easy to do this for a long period of time. It gets a little draining. Like at the end, you're like, whew, because you know you're just talking for so long. But it's a lot of fun. I like listening to other people's podcasts, so I think it's cool. Like, you know, that people like listening to this right here. Like, I wish more people would do long sneaker podcasts, like, so I could listen to them. I enjoy listening to other people that do them, but they're like usually like, you know, 5 to 10 minutes, and I wish they would do like, you know, 45 minutes to an hour. But it's not easy to do. It's really not easy to do, and I definitely think that you guys should try doing it if you're thinking about maybe doing it. Definitely try to do a podcast. Start with like just doing 5-minute ones, then do 10-minute ones, and just talk sneakers and stay positive, you know, when you're doing it, you know. Let's move on. Let's see, where am I? Let's see. Jason writes, what pair of shoes do I wear the most right now? Definitely by far the Adidas Ultra Boost. Definitely. I wear that all the time. I wear it in the gym. I wear it out when I'm just chilling. I'm wearing that like crazy. I'm also wearing the Yeezy Boost, the 350. I wear that at least once a week. It's super comfortable. Boost shoes are so great. You got to get a pair of Boost shoes. If you want to know what a pair of Yeezy 350s feel like, just buy a pair of like pure Boost or anything that has a full-length boost. That's basically like the same kind of feel you're gonna get, you know, with a prime knit upper. The Ultra Boost, I feel, is a shoe that everyone should own. It's an awesome pair of kicks, super comfortable, and something you could wear, you know, casually, and something you could wear for a workout. Next we got from Cola. He wants me to speak about if I could design a shoe, what brand would it be? As long as it's a brand that I love, like that I already own, that's in my closet, I'm all for it. Like, I can't stand when people do collaborations just because, you know, they want to, you know, have a sneaker out there. Like, you know, if you wear nothing but one brand and then all of a sudden a brand hits you up and is like, hey, you want to do this? Like, you know, like, yeah, I know you're going to get a check or you're going to get that look, but at the same time, it's not like pure, it's not real, like, you know, and I feel like that needs to be there as far as it being a collaboration. Like, you know, Puma can hit me up and say, yo, you want to do a collaboration? I got Pumas in my closet. Like, I love Puma suedes. Like, you know, I have reviews on Pumas, you know what I mean? Like, you know, as long as it's a brand that I rock with, then I'm all for it. And one thing, guys, for people that ask me about, you know, putting out a shoe, like a collaboration shoe, one thing that's really important is you guys. And I want you to understand this. By people all following my social networks, like everyone that's listening right now, like following my Instagram and, you know, follow my Twitter, follow my Facebook, like those numbers showing to these brands is very important. Not just my YouTube, but all the different social networks, because they are not going to put out a shoe unless they feel like the shoe is going to do well, you know? So, like, I really need your support because there may be a possibility it could happen. It could happen, you know, next year I could get my own shoe. Who knows? And, you know, these brands may be thinking about it and they need to see, like, that I have a strong social media presence. So, like, right now, if you're listening and you would love to own a shoe that I put together with a brand, please go and like and add all my social networks, even my Periscope. I actually joined Periscope and I do live streams. All of my social networks, please follow them because it does help. Just like sharing the videos. I know sometimes people listen and they think like, oh, it's no big deal sharing the video. This is DJ Delz, like whatever. He's been on YouTube, like whatever the case may be. It matters like no tomorrow. Like everyone is important. Everyone that's listening right now is very important to me because without you guys, there's no show. I mean, it sounds a little tacky, but it's the truth. I mean, if no one's listening, then I'm not going to record. This red light's not going to be on my microphone. I'm not going to waste my time recording if no one's listening. And letting people know about this show is huge. Doesn't matter how many followers you have. You may feel like, oh, I don't have that many followers. It's just this one and that one that follows me. Trust me, this one and that one may not know about me, and that's important. So never think that, you know, it's not going to help me that much, because it will. Like, it means the world to me. The people that are always, you know, promoting my videos and tweeting them, especially. Shout out to Josh, especially, man. That dude, man. Every time I drop a new video, he always tweets it. Like, it's crazy, the love, man, that I get at a consistent basis from him and a lot of other people on Twitter. Like, I'm watching. I always retweet you. Make sure to follow you, you know. Do what I can, you know, for you guys. But you guys know that, though. Let's see. Where was I? Got thrown off. Oh, we were talking about the collaboration. But, yeah, as long as it's a brand that I have in my closet, or it's a maybe it's an upcoming brand I thought was dope. Like, if it looked dope, yeah. But then again, I have probably every brand you could probably think of. I'm not one of them guys that just rocks with one brand, you know. I guess you could call me more of a old school sneakerhead, you know. People that just own Nike all the time, we call them Nike heads. That's what I always call them. Or people that only wear Jordan, I'll call them Jordan heads. Or people that just wear Reebok, it'd be Bach heads, you know. That's just what it is. Classic writes, talk more about the 72 and 10 joints since you had them in hand. Yeah, I had them in hand. And first of all, I gotta make this clear. I do not own that shoe, okay? It was someone else's, and I had the opportunity real quickly to shoot, because I bring my camera with me everywhere I go, because there may be a situation where I'm able to film something, and I'd rather use my actual camera versus like a camera phone and whatnot. Not like there's nothing wrong with the camera phone, because a lot of the camera phones are great nowadays, but I thought it looked pretty nice in hand. I'm not super crazy about the shoe now that I've seen it in person, like where I feel like I have to have it, or like I'm gonna just be so salty about it, but I think it's a dope pair of sneakers, but I'm not like so crazy about it, like where I would lose sleep if I didn't get it. Like, that's my whole opinion on it. I'm hoping to get another opportunity to shoot them, that pair, because that pair is an authentic pair of them. It's not some like you know, unauthorized pair or this, that, and the third. You guys got to understand that shoes are made about 6 to 8 months in advance before they come out, and some people know people that have that shoe. Sometimes people are funny, man. You know, I didn't really get much hate though on that video. I think people understood like the whole deal. Like, they're cool, man. They're cool. The upper's really nice. I like the tumbled leather on them. Moving on, next we got from Eric. He writes, what's your thoughts on a bunch of the OG foam posits coming out? I think it's fantastic. I can't wait. I hope they release those UNCs, man. I really need those. Next we got from Young Flicks. He writes, why we never see you with foam posits? I don't think that's true. I just did a video on the gray foam posits that released, and then I did the gone fishing. I don't think that's true right there. You gotta watch more of my videos, buddy. Next we got from Michael Francisco. He writes, do you plan on getting any more LeBron 12s? Yeah, I will when they go on sale. Definitely when they go on sale, I will. And he also writes, did you see the new Kyrie ones? Yes, and there's a new colorway that I seen today that's fire. Got this like gold back. It's sick. I actually shot it. I just have to edit that. I don't even know what the nickname is. I have mad new videos coming out. I got this new Kobe 10 that's coming out. It's like this multicolored purple. It's really hot. I have no clue what the nickname for that is. I got that upcoming Jordan 9 that's coming out. I reviewed those. The video's not out yet, but it will be in a couple of days, man. Definitely all before Thursday, because Thursday I'm planning on putting out the first episode of Kicking It. Kicking It. You're gonna love it, man. When you watch, you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is... You're going to probably want to watch it twice. I'm telling you, this is going to be the start of something special. I hope, man, because I worked really hard on this. Alright, moving on. We got 2 more questions, and then we out of here. We've got from eRockZ3. Talk about who you got, Brock Lesnar or Undertaker at SummerSlam. I predict it'll be Undertaker. The only reason why they're doing this match, I'm sure, is to help out with how terrible the look was for Undertaker losing at WrestleMania 30. I mean, you know, when you think of Undertaker now, this new generation, all they think of is Undertaker getting defeated and the streak just completely destroyed at WrestleMania. So they need to have Undertaker beat Brock Lesnar. It has to happen to just fix like the damage that was done, because it really like hurt Undertaker's look, you know, being that like supernatural guy and this, that, and the third. I think they should have never have done that, but at the same sense, it was such a shocker. It was probably, if not the biggest shocker, one of the biggest shockers ever in wrestling history when Brock Lesnar defeated Undertaker. I mean, everyone's face was just shocked, and it was complete silence in there, like someone died. It was so crazy in there. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. And I've been watching wrestling for so many years. You know, I'm watching it again now with my kids. They're really into it. And it just makes sense for them to have Brock lose now, to just regain that look with Undertaker, you know, getting his revenge and winning. And then I hope after that it will set up a match after this with Undertaker and Sting, because this has to go down. Sting and Undertaker have to fight. They have to get in the ring. I know this is predetermined. Wrestling is fake. A lot of you guys may not be into it, but it's entertainment that a lot of us do enjoy watching. It's a lot of fun for a lot of us. And it's just like you guys watching your TV shows or your movies. We all like different stuff. Yeah, I hope at WrestleMania we see Sting versus Undertaker. And I'm sure we'll see Brock against whoever is the champion. I'm sure it'll be Seth or maybe it'll be John Cena. We'll see. Let's do one more question and then I gotta go. We're gonna do... Ibamic7 writes, who do you think are the underdogs for the upcoming NBA season in both conferences? He writes, in the West, the Pelicans, in the East, the Celtics. I would say you're 100% right. I would agree with that. That's what I would say. And we're going to close it out there. I may have missed a few questions. I apologize. I'm trying to stay in a really good mood today, even though it's a little hard. One of my dogs, Pequeño Juan, he got this growth again. I talked about it on Instagram a few months ago, but it's gotten really big now to the point where he's having a hard time walking now. He had a growth that was removed from him about a year or so ago, and, you know, it was really scary because, you know, it's my first dog. I got a lot of love for this little guy, and now he's got a big tumor growing on him, and these doctor bills are crazy after removing one and then bring them back and then this and then that. It's getting crazy. It's almost like, you know, you're going to the hospital as a human and you don't have health insurance. I really recommend, if you have a pet that you like love to death, like if something happens where you're gonna have to, you know, try to help him as much as you can, to get health insurance, because this is really expensive. I'm talking thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's getting to the point now where I may actually even do like a little something just to raise a little money for him, because these vet bills are crazy. And I may post on like a eBay account. I may create an eBay account and just post a couple of pairs of shoes, man, just to raise a little bit of money for this next surgery. And, you know, after, because even after, it's ridiculous. You guys know what I'm saying, people that got pets, but it's kind of stressful because, as we're saying, this is my first dog I've ever had in my life. I've never had a dog before, and, you know, he's really close to me. You watch the Sneaker Addict show, you've seen him for so many years on the show, and he's 8 years old, he's getting old, and I got to try to take care of him the best I can. It's just kind of happening at a bad time, like my kids are starting school, you know, there's just a lot going on, you know, so hopefully everything works out for the best when it comes to the little homie Pequeño Juan. I hate to end this podcast. It's such a sad note, but you know, I'm just, you know, I'm going through a little something right now. It's been a rough year for me. You know, I lost my mother in the beginning of the year, and, you know, now this guy, you know, I mean, he could barely walk. He's like literally like barely able to walk. He's on 3 legs now, like kind of having a hard time. Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. I'm gonna end this podcast right here. I apologize, guys, if, you know, I kind of put you guys in a down kind of mood. But, you know, what can I say? Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you guys have any ideas, any, you know, thoughts, leave them in the comment box. And that's it for today's episode. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and catch up in all the reviews. Everyone be great out there. We out.